Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here to do a very special love reading for you, and this one will be for the sign of Cancer. So this is for 2021. Now keep in mind you may already be in a relationship, you may be single, you may be dating. I'm not particularly asking the universe to talk about any of those things. I'm just asking for your love journey. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, please make sure that you check other aspects of your natal chart. If you would like a personal reading, all of my details are below. Magician coming through for you here. Interesting. If the reading does resonate with you, though, I do ask that you give me a big fat thumbs up, and thank you in advance. We're going to use the Connolly Tarot for your reading. All right, what is coming up for Cancer in the next 12 months? Wow, okay, so they're saying here March is a big month of change for you, Cancer. March is a big one. Big turnaround, some sort of cycle closing out for you in March. All right, let's have a look and see where we're going with that. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords coming through. Now, the Queen of Swords can represent Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it also can be the energy that you are taking on. Sometimes the swords for me represent cutting something out, putting an end to something, and the Queen of Swords can often talk about a divorce. There is some sort of energy here of you closing something out here, going forward into next year. So you're starting off the year closing something rather than starting something. All right, so there's a sadness here, but I feel that there is this sadness that you've had here has become a mask for you. So you've been hiding behind something with your pain rather than showing it to the world. So it's very much this energy of hiding behind either a person, a relationship, or a situation because you've been unafraid somehow to express yourself, especially with this Five of Pentacles. So you may have been holding back on someone, you may have been holding back on a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius and not expressing yourself, even though you felt this sort of energy of feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned here. Okay, Three of Wands coming through. You're doing things differently now. I like the energy change because it's like you're looking forward here rather than looking backwards. Whereas with this Five of Pentacles, there's very much this energy of looking backwards. It may be you've had some sort of divine intervention here that sort of opened your eyes to something because you're now seeing a future rather than a past. Okay, so the Hermit card is here. Wow. Okay, this is tough energy here. You just have a peek behind that. Okay, there's some sort of choice that needs to be made here. I feel like you're either in a situation where you've been hiding behind a mask or you've been in denial here. I will look at the sword here. You could have been dealing with someone who's been very difficult to deal with, could have been quite cutting, quite spiteful. But I feel like somehow or another here, you're sort of letting go of this energy. I feel that the universe has taken something off here. You're seeing through an illusion, or you're seeing beyond the mask here and leaving something here in the past. Could be a person, could be an energy, but something is being left behind here because you're focusing on the future here with this Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. The Hermit card can represent Virgo. This is a really strong feeling here that you're doing a lot of healing, a lot of inner searching, a lot of soul seeking here. Because I feel that somehow or another you've got a lot of heartbreak around you. You may have made a choice to leave somebody behind here. It may have been painful for you to do, but you've made a choice to leave something behind and focus on your future. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? All right, so we have the lovely Seven of Wands, who seems to be making lots of appearances lately. The Seven of Wands is a card that talks about standing your ground. In a positive way, it can talk about being obstinate or stubborn on something. But when it's not positive, it can talk of fighting against something for the sake of fighting against it. It's almost like that energy of standing up for something that you don't really have a good basis for standing up for, but you're standing your ground anyway. Sometimes it can be fighting against the universe. So the universe can be trying to work with you somehow, but you're putting up a fight against the universe and not really sort of respecting the energy, I guess, that the universe is bringing through. But whatever this is very much this energy of fighting against something. Now, you may be fighting for good cause, but you may also be fighting unnecessarily. All right, look at this. You've made an appearance in your own reading. The King of Cups represents Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I do love the King of Cups energy because you're coming out as a king, which means that there's been lessons here that you've taken on board. I feel like sometimes you may have had to fight to learn these. You may have had to fight to really understand why you were being put through this. Sometimes I feel like with that Seven of Wands, there's almost that energy of being a victim. But I feel like now you're standing in the energy of the King of Cups. You're understanding why you've gone through something here. All right, so we have Pisces, Cancer being represented by the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles. Really nice. I feel like you've got the worst behind you here. There's very much this energy of really, especially with the Three of Wands up front, of looking towards the future now, not focusing on your past. But I feel definitely there's been this energy of almost like victim mentality here, with that sort of feeling of fighting for something really and truly that you didn't have to fight for, or you've been fighting against something that was, maybe you've been fighting for something that you didn't even want. But whatever this is here, with this Moon card, there's this feeling that there's been a lot of emotion along the way, because you're coming up as the King of Cups, which means that you've gone through a lot of emotional turbulence to get to this King, because you're comfortably sitting in your love now. And you are ready for this brand new start with this Ace of Pentacles. So it's like you've worked your way through this, even though at times you felt that you had to fight for things. And maybe with this Seven of Wands, you've wanted to give up lots of times. You've wanted to give up, but you haven't. You've persevered through this emotion, through this turbulence to get to the King energy. And now you're ready for a new start. So you must have done a lot of self-work here. Look at this, Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles coming through. Beautiful with the Ten of Cups. I can stop the reading here if you like. Whatever you've been working towards here, you've definitely sort of made great steps. I feel that for a long while it's almost like you were fighting against something, but then you've sort of given it up and you've accepted something. So it may have been you've been fighting against perhaps releasing an energy, releasing a relationship, releasing something from the past. But once you decided that you didn't want to do that anymore, once you gave in, I always say that, you know, there's more power in not using your power. And for some unknown reason, this is what's got you sort of standing in your power now, releasing the emotions and accepting that there's a new start coming in for you here that's going to bring you in a lot of happiness, yet putting down the burdens here with the Ten of Wands. Lovely. Look at all your options here, Cancer. Look, and you even made an appearance in your own reading. Beautiful. Forward movement. And there's the Magician, which jumped out at the beginning. All right. Some of you have worked your way up here, understanding now that you can manifest what you want. You had to put down your burdens from the past. And I feel that you were trying to understand how to manifest something here, to move forward. Some sort of pain, some sort of energy that's held you back. I want to put some more cards on because it isn't sort of talking about new love for you, and of course that's what we wanted to hear. I feel that there's some sort of energy here from your past that the universe has helped you to see in a very different way, because now you're focused on your future. So I feel that you've given away something here through healing, perhaps allowing energy to come through, because you're coming up as the Magician here, which means that you are now able to manifest. You have a lot of options in your future here. So it's like the universe is saying, sort of laying everything in front of you and saying there are a lot of options here, but you've got to let go of something. Something that may have created great pain in your past. There seems to be some sort of choice here with the Lovers that you've been tossing up on. But I feel like you're single here. So it doesn't look like you are in a relationship here. So you may be very single. But something from your past here has held you back from moving towards new love. You do have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands here with the Ten of Cups. So it's like you have love in your future, but the universe is saying here that you have lots of options. You're not limited here. You can have whatever you want here with this Seven of Cups and this Magician, Ten of Cups. You can manifest whatever you want here. Whatever you want here is here for you. All right. Okay, Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like Five of Cups. Wow. Four of Wands. Three of Swords coming out again. I feel, Cancer, that this year is a year where you are going to be putting a lot of energy into yourself. There doesn't appear to be a particular relationship or a particular person here for you. I feel that this is very much about you working through your own energy here. There we go. Okay, so there we've got it. All right, so the Fool's coming through. Wow, I've had to go to a lot of cards to get this. Two of Swords. And there we are, Victory. All right, so there is another relationship for you in the future. But I feel like you're starting off this year with a lot of healing, a lot of soul searching, a lot of understanding, raising your vibration, trying to understand what you want here. Looking for your own stability. I feel like a lot of you are healing from some sort of situation here that you have worked your way through. And maybe you'll have love later in the year with this Ten of Cups. Because it feels to me like there are a lot of choices here. So you may choose to just sort of play the field, have fun, you know, not settle down. Maybe you've come out of something that's been quite difficult. But I do see a relationship coming up for you later in the year with the Hierophant and the Eight of Wands coming through. So something is coming in for you that you will take a leap of faith on later in the year, which might be a long-term relationship. But I feel like this is sort of way down the track, because for me, you are very, very focused on healing the past here. Very focused on healing the past. So I feel like with this energy here, this is very much the energy of just wanting to sort of be by yourself, do your own thing, maybe sort of flit around a little bit, play the field. Sort of this energy here. Dating. All right, let's pull you an oracle card. So there's a possibility you will meet someone new, but towards the end of the year. Maybe around about June. But I feel that this first few months is very much about you healing past energy here. All right, we have Fire and Ice coming through. Card 37. Okay, this is quite interesting. You are learning to hold the tension of opposites, of those things that don't immediately seem to go together within your being, without collapsing into confusion, judgment, or denial. There is passion and serenity, creation and destruction, new life and death emerging within you, within your relationships. Sometimes this is hard to handle. We want to make things simpler, to just let go of the conflict and complexity and choose one or the other. You are grand enough soul to be able to withstand the rigours of depth. To go deep, to live fully, to let the divine have its way through you requires a willingness to stand at the centre of the pairs of opposites and eventually know that they are connected to each other, that they exist only in relationship to each other, and to breathe and simply be. If you are consciously feeling the conflict in your life, internally or externally, then you are being initiated through fire and ice. Stay present, be patient, and wait. There is nothing to fix here, just an awareness to step into as divine creation continues to unfold through you. As you master this initiation, you will find a sweet nectar of bliss dripping within. This oracle brings you guidance that the conflict you feel within or externally is a sign of your spiritual growth. Soon you will grow larger than the conflict, but for now you do not need to engage in it. Simply be present to it and allow it to work its way through you until you are strong enough to have outgrown the conflict, giving rise to a clear direction. It may seem impossible, beloved, but it is not. You are a vast being. Give yourself a chance to realize this and have patience. All is becoming, including you, according to the perfection of divine design. This oracle brings specific guidance on any relationship matter requiring a decision. Until you have simple clarity in your heart beyond the pushing away and pulling closer, then it is time to wait, for there is more yet to be revealed. Only when your heart speaks clearly, then you will do well to act as it feels truthful for you. All right, I will read the poem for you. There is beautiful silence now as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes. Across a span of moments called time, there are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythms of our eyes. Thanks, Cancer.